Drop some.
Welcome to another. You ready? Welcome to another episode of Dope Lines Podcast. It's your boy T Hyphen. I'm in here with a special guest.
Say it, baby.
You know what I'm saying? My man Doc Rasean.
Good morning,
Hodges,
everybody.
Dr. Hodge, man.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Listen, welcome. Good morning, everybody.
Put it together. Come on, weigh that thing, man.
You
Put
did.
it back together. Wake and bake.
Right. The first question is, Doc, could we cure coronavirus? No, just joking.
No, there's no right now a virus cure for a virus, but CBD, cannabidiol, cannabis, even cannabidiol without THC is antiviral, not just antiviral, it's antiplasmodial, anti-cancer. Anyone with digestive issues, cannabis can help you with that. I'm talking Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. Yeah, so CBD in itself, anti-seizure. There's a FDA-approved drug, Olex, which is pure CBD, FDA-approved, and that's the only clinical evidence we have for CBD, which comes from hemp. Hemp and cannabis are the same.
Okay.
The genus species is Cannabis sativa L. The family is Cannabaceae. Hemp, again, has a level of THC of 0.3.
Okay.
And since the Farm Bill 2018,
Okay.
we have hemp products legal in all 50 states that can cross state line. But if it has THC over points, that is cannabis. They're both cannabis. One has lower THC and was bred by us for textile uses, for rope, clothes.
I heard they made parachutes out of hemp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them 9 boats that came over here, the Nina, all that crap you were sold.
Yeah.
That was made out of hemp.
Out of hemp.
The sail was made out of hemp fibers. Slaves grew hemp. We're more important to grow hemp in Kentucky, in Georgia, in Virginia than cotton.
Wow.
Because one slave can grow way more acres of hemp.
Okay.
And Virginia was against the law to not grow hemp. And now we're doing it again. So
that's what I heard.
Long-winded question.
I heard it was
Long-winded answer, my bad.
Like I heard it was a stop of the hemp sales after I forgot what war it was, but they was using it for everything, and then all of a sudden they kind of like banned hemp and came out.
Yeah.
It was it turned out
Yeah.
So it was
There's
bad.
truth in that. There's truth in that. There was a lot of cannabis in the popular jazz clubs at the time. And, it was a lot of segregation. But in these jazz clubs, there was some brothers smoking cannabis.
Yeah.
Smoking weed. And then people outside looking in was like, hey, man, this plant is causing white women to fuck brothers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Turn them out.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
there's a lot of negative. That was the stigma.
Okay.
That's the this failed war on drugs.
Yeah.
So, cannabis was the #1 prescribed drug by physicians. 1890, 1930 in this country. Eli Lilly, Johnson & Johnson, some popular names.
Right. Okay.
If you ever took a Bayer aspirin, these old pharmaceutical companies have been raking in money. They was, but in the pharmaceutical world, in the medical world, we use it as concoctions.
Okay.
We would take the cannabis, boil off the cannabinoids, the terpenoids. It was obviously already deep, so we used it as tinctures, concoctions. South of the border, in Mexico, they used cannabis historically as in joints.
Oh.
So when the United States beat 1900, we beat them, right? They started migrating hundreds. The Great Depression happened.
Shit, yeah.
Now you got white dudes, these Mexican immigrants begging for scraps.
Yeah.
And you know what they did? They said, hey man, they be doing that dope though. And that's what they were calling it marijuana. It has very negative racist beginnings with Mexicans.
I feel you. Okay, I see that. I see what you're saying now.
You smoking that marijuana. Hey man, hire me.
Right.
And because of the Great Depression that happened, and then when the pharmaceutical world figured out how to use the hypodermic needle, they said, oh shit, we developed this hypodermic needle.
What year was that around?
In the 1930s.
Wow. After the Depression.
So all the naturopathic medicine that we grew up our culture, collard greens, pot liquor,
Right.
chicken
Right.
noodles,
Big Mama's medicine.
elderberry,
Yeah.
cannabis,
Yeah.
hemp,
The
sea moss.
The big farms came out.
Big Pharma was like, we got this, and then they learned how to. Y'all heard of prill presses in every community's now.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
they had to reverse the way every culture used medicine, sell it modern medicine.
Okay.
And so they sold modern medicine, making everything criminalized, and boom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The war on drugs.
It's always money. The healthcare industry is $1 trillion business.
Well, how many times I said that? I told everybody.
Look how they started. They create a wave, brainwash you, boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
and get you to forget about the indigenous way.
Tell them, Doc. You heard it from a Doc. So speaking on that, let's take it back. Do you remember the first time you fell in love?
Fuck yeah. That's a great question. I fell in love with the bud 2012, man. I'm 47, right?
Okay.
So you imagine what my coloring books looked like in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade.
Right.
Crime Dog,
Right.
McGruff.
Okay.
I grew up with Reagan.
Right.
The war on drugs. I grew up
This
watching
is your brain on drugs.
that commercial
Cracking
with
the
a
egg.
fucking frying pan and
That was torture, man.
all these
And
lies.
That was yeah.
But the propaganda was big. They
That's
used Whitney
great.
Houston. These all these great singers that sing about these drugs, and they were using drugs.
Yes.
So as a youth, I fell for the pump fake.
Yeah.
I avoided it, bro.
Mm.
Came down to Atlanta, Morehouse, man. Nah, bro. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
That's
right.
for you, bro.
Right,
you know?
right, right.
I didn't have my first
Yeah, that's good though.
squares.
Damn.
Square, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So, as a physician, urine drug of cannabis, I gotta understand how much money these labs make. Millions.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
Oh,
you get
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Y'all, in 2000, I'm playing basketball, break my neck. I'm a physician. I work in pain management,
Yeah.
bro. I write opioids. I know opioids are gonna cause constipation.
Yes,
They're gonna
sir.
tell me, man, you're not in the chair. You didn't die.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Be happy to be alive. Be happy to be
bro,
alive.
I'm in pain. Answer to my pain I can think of is a bullet in my head.
Damn.
This ain't no
Right.
Z-Pack.
Right.
People dealing with chronic conditions. It's not like you take 2 pills Monday, 1 pill Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
right.
Friday. You good.
Right.
No,
That ain't that.
this is the rest of your life.
Jeez. And you can't
This is the rest of your life.
you can't move like this.
Whatever it is, if it's fibro, if it's ALS, I'm not the only one dealing with a chronic condition, but it's the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Comprehensive approach, because chronic conditions is not just hurting me physical and soul.
Yeah.
People with chronic pain, it'll deteriorate your relationship with God.
Yeah. Cause you're not thinking the same.
Whatever the pain is,
Yeah.
if it's emotional trauma or physical
Yeah.
trauma. So here I am suffering no relief. I'm in a state at the time where and I'm like, dog, this people, I think they found the answer to chronic pain in Cali, Colorado,
Okay, yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, I'm doing my research. Most users are using this for chronic pain. I'm like, shit, boom, let me try. I remember buying my first ounce.
Yeah.
I was scared as hell
See.
at Atlantic Station.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, holy, I ain't never seen an ounce of weed.
Damn.
And I'm expecting it to be like in some like private, dude walked in the bathroom like, yo, what's up? I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
won't get off him.
No, not their fault.
They need him.
Not their fault. You become very
So
dependent.
why does
Thank you.
why are they so quick to prescribe something to a person without at least knowing like they tolerate like a addictive type of person like who got that type of product like that's dangerous to like
It's shame on the physicians. It's shame on the pharmacists, because people understand like substance abuse. Like if you had a first degree relative that deals with addiction or opioid use disorder or alcohol use disorder, we don't call it addiction no more. We don't say you clean if someone's all those derogatory cannabis use disorder if someone's opioid use disorder. But if you have a first degree relative, and a lot of people don't know their mom, dad, or aunt that was you have a 30% chance of becoming an alcoholic.
Damn.
With one sip.
Damn.
Yeah, genetically.
So it's a slippery
So
slope.
you got to have a detailed family history. What's your support system like? How much sleep do you get? Have you ever used this drug? Do you abuse it? Do you ever, because if you're abusing one thing, that could be a gateway to more.
Damn. So it really is genetic. It's not like you just
It's
get it
genetic
from
and
watching.
environmental.
Yeah, from watching and family.
There's two approaches to this addiction and gateway. There's the genetic approach, and then there's the environmental approach. If I live in a community, there's only two bars and one dealer versus someone else. One of us can live in a community when there's a liquor store on every corner,
right?
And there's 12 dope dealers,
right?
Just living, growing up in one environment versus the other environment. Give you predispose you to addiction.
Yeah,
that's your fault.
So what do you think about like the kids that they say because they just like to run around, they too fast or just too aggressive, or they too
that's too quick. I think they would need more cognitive behavior therapy, because anyone taking a drug like a benzodiazepine, and trust me, I was prescribed opioids by the buckets. Damn. No one's going to question it because I broke my neck.
Right.
And I was prescribed benzos because I couldn't sleep. I was in the chair for 3 months, right? Now, ask me what was harder to get off. I know. Benzos.
It was the
that Ambien.
God, damn.
Man.
How
took me like 8 months, bro.
Yeah, how did you know when you like, I'm on it, I need it, I can't do without it.
Just
I got a problem.
Just like coffee. Coffee's a drug, right?
Yeah.
Forget that, because of caffeine,
yes,
right?
It is.
So
you
know how like addict. Back in the day we used to be like, ew, black coffee, ew, we put all this stomach bubble, it was good. Yeah. And because of tolerance, you drinking 4 or 5 cups of coffee plus Red Bull, right? So that regular commodity that you can buy as much as you want, just like alcohol, you understand intolerance. The first drink, you was slapped.
Yeah.
You was slumped over a couple of shots. Now you can do 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Tolerance, right?
Yeah.
Same thing happens. Opioids, same things happens with benzos. So how do you know? I'm taking 2 or 3 Ambien at night. And they be getting a couple hours. One Ambien used to work 8 hours. I'm not stupid. Okay, what suppresses your body? What suppresses respiratory? What suppresses alertness? Oh, mix it. Alcohol and benzos. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Now you need it all the time.
I was desperate.
Yeah.
I was not sleeping.
Yeah.
So let me do the added. I know chemistry.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And then hey, now eye opener. Have you ever had the urge to slow down? You ever get mad about someone talking about your use? These are simple questions.
Okay.
2 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a real simple. Hey, look. That's a fact. If you get irritated with somebody say you're doing something too much, and you come with a dumb answer and an irritated answer, it might be somebody looking out for you. You have a problem.
Yes. Yeah. So the pill popping culture, that just makes big pharma. That continues that hamster wheel, that $1 trillion industry, which they started.
Yeah.
But back in the day, when someone was hyped or aggressive or had a rest of lavender, they grabbed some lavender.
Right, okay.
Because what's in that lavender? There's some medicine. There's terpenes.
Wow.
Right? Called linalool. Linalool relaxes you. That's why those bath bombs have lavender, because of linalool.
God already made
terpenes. And that's gonna tire achy. You got sore achy muscles. Throw that in the bath. You chilling and you relax, ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
The same terpenes are in cannabis too.
Okay.
Terpenes is that aromatic compound that gives cannabis its smell. The olfactory system is an important system in our body. Just like animals, just like dogs. It might not be, you might not be able to train us at 3 months to smoke cocaine until we die.
Right.
You might not be able to imprint it, but just like not to eat shit because it smells bad, right?
Yes,
but and with cannabis, for my people that are waking and baking, pay attention to the chemovar, not the name. Pay attention to the CBD THC ratio.
What's the chemovar? I'm gonna rewind.
Chemovar is Okay, we can call it Granddaddy Perk. We can call it Pluto. These are names of cannabis, right?
Okay.
Irene, you know, I was on Paris OG.
Okay.
All these names.
Right, 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 right.
The names are going away
Okay.
because cannabis is looked at as a medicine now. So we in Chicago smoking some Paris OG, grew there, and then I go pick some up from California, it might be different. The
Okay.
CBD, THC, the colors might be off. So there's no consistency.
Right, right.
Because the labels are all false in
Right,
dispensaries.
right.
Only 30% of the labels that you guys buy from are actually accurate. So the future, what's happening now is this is medicine. So we pay attention to the newest labels. You know, if y'all off the street, go into a dispensary now because they keep updating the labels, regulation, right? They're going to have CBD THC ratio.
Okay.
It's going to have a stupid name. The names are going to go away.
Yeah.
It's also going to have the terpene profile, the major terpenes in there.
Okay.
Because terpenes are how we really get our entourage effect. You know, terpenes help protect us. Terpenes and CBD help. Will say, hey, don't get too high, not too much THC.
Okay, make it
You
a
dig what
level.
I'm saying?
Keep you at a level.
Right. So the major terpenes are going to be myrcene. Myrcene gives cannabis that earthy dirt smell. If you smell some and it smells like dirt, like earthy, that dominant terpene is myrcene. And do some research. Myrcene's in mangoes, myrcene's all around.
So that don't mean it's necessarily bad when it smells like dirt.
No, and that might help you. If a cannabis strand is over 0.05 in myrcene, that's an indica.
Okay.
But sativa indica hybrids going away because it doesn't make any sense. So that's why I'm saying don't care about the name. If you find a strand that you like, that chemivore, focus on the CBD THC ratio.
Okay.
This is if someone knows what they talk, empower you on this show to be your own physician. Once you get this recommendation, you got to consider hand dexterity. A lot of you won't be able to grind. A lot of you will have arthritis, chronic pain. When I had my bad neuropathy, I couldn't grind weed, bro. I had hand weakness.
Yeah.
I had nerve pain plus myelopathy. I had myelopathy for multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
ALS. Someone in the sickle cell crisis. That man at 3.5.
Right.
Why you sell them? They can't even smoke
Can't
it.
do it. Yeah.
Or why you sell something that's going to cost them $60? They're going to consume in 2 days.
That's great.
So if they bringing it back, hey, I'm done. Try different delivery methods. You don't know. You might not know. Hey, baked good or edible can cost you $40, but gives you 8 hours versus 2 hours.
Okay.
You know, you might have the hand dexterity to push a button.
Okay.
Vape
Okay.
Vape is just 3 components: a mouthpiece, a cartridge which has the cannabinoids in it, a battery, and an atomizer. 4 parts. Okay.
Are they safe?
Vapes are safe too.
They are safe.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say the vape's not safe, and they call this and. Damn, there we go. That's crazy too, because they would definitely say. Now, what about like the cream, like for pain? Does that really work, or are the numbers off on that?
So the cream's topicals will work.
Yeah.
You know, not for everyone. They sold medicine that one pill fits all of us, whether you white, black, woman, male, whether you pounds. They sold us, and guess what? Guess what the parents did? Sure.
Yeah.
Makes 0 sense.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. Yeah.
Makes 0 sense.
Oh God, yeah.
Makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
So stop that brainwashing. Now I'm gonna tell everyone now. When I smoke weed, that's what happens to me because everyone has their own endocannabinoid system, which is unique. My ECS is for me, so I can't say when you smoke cannabis you're gonna get this, and that.
Right.
Everyone is different. Some people are gonna have good effects from cannabis, and there's gonna be some people that develop cannabis use disorder, which is addiction. Some people are going to develop cannabis hyperemesis syndrome.
Yeah.
Some people are going to develop cannabis psychosis. Some people are going to develop cannabis-induced sleep disorder. You feel me? Some people are going to develop allergies to cannabis.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah, I feel you.
So there's a good, there's a bad, and there's an ugly.
Yeah, it's a good,
But we're honest about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And like I say, the side effects are what they are, but they don't really lead to like do.
Facts. No one has died from cannabis.
Right.
CBD has killed a pig.
Wow.
See, because, I mean, do drug testing on animals, and we test them on monkeys and pigs. We give them the highest doses possible, stuff that humans will never take.
Okay.
Just to get a baseline.
Okay.
So they're documented deaths with CBD because the pig actually froze to death, caused hypothermia.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So a lot of people cannabis in hoodies all the time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will develop hypothermia.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
so they feel cold.
And they think they got low iron and
nah,
all that
it's just
that's what they say too.
You know,
black people, oh my iron low.
Yeah, you know, they just, you know, when I consume cannabis, I'm always in a hoodie. Like I'm like, damn, yeah, I can forget to put the AC on, man. I'll be in the middle of summer in the car like this. Damn, man, isn't this car? Vapes, one more time. Documented vape deaths and injury since 2018. There's a condition called e-cig or vape-associated lung injury. They call it a volley.
Okay.
So in 2018, it's because of the vitamin E acetate, you know, or it could be the heavy metals, or it could be this lung infection that was happening from vapes, right?
Okay.
The whole time that there's big pharmaceutical companies getting patents from the government for vaporizers.
Yeah, yeah.
Philip Morris,
the
big tobacco makers, they were granted a patent for vaporizers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we never heard of anything after that. No more vape injuries, no vapes deaths, and Philip Morris. Now you have Europe. They're banning cigarettes by 2023.
Oh, what a coincidence!
What a coincidence! And these companies are having vaporizer with 2 pods, cannabis.
Oh wow!
So they already are ready for the shift. They already been getting ready for the shift.
So I noticed one thing too, like growing up, like you said, we had that commercial where they cracked the egg and just gave it to you raw, like this your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Any questions? But now it seems like that it's a whole nother thing because now just it's like switched over to not just the black or brown thing. They got commercials where they all of a sudden got 1-800 numbers at the bottom of the screen. And if you hotline and epidemic was out.
Planned.
Right, definitely
planned genocide.
Like you say, you grew up in the Reagan era. I came up in the Reagan era, and it was like the war on drugs. At the same time, they putting it out on the streets and everything.
Selling it.
And now it's crazy because it just switched over to the opioids. Like you say, it's hitting, and like you say, you go clubs that people off the Zanny bars and rappers
on the lean, double styrofoam cup. What's in that double styrofoam cup?
So you know we got to keep hip hop too, because it's the culture with everything. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely the hip hop doc. How do you think the music business was? Do you think the music business was corrupted or helped the spread of this?
Yeah, the culture
epidemic?
Was definitely toxic for the opioid epidemic, for the hip hop heads, for us. The opioid epidemic started out in the suburbs because medical discrimination always existed. You and I get a molar pulled when we're 12.
Okay.
We ain't getting shit.
Nah.
A white person might get a 30-day supply of Percocet as a kid.
Okay.
Our parents weren't in that range of getting plastic surgery in the 80s.
No, sir.
No. It was suburban white women that were getting the plastic surgery, getting the prescriptions, the benzos, all the pain pills, and leaving half those bottles.
Yeah.
They started dying.
Remember the actress Anna, whatever. She died after having all those surgeries. They put on opioids.
Once it's a national epidemic, but when it was just in the inner cities with heroin and with our music, perpetuated opioids like the Dirty Sprite, Purple Rain, Future, and everyone, and then the culture of letting people just walk around with 2 cups.
Right.
You don't have 2 cups. That's not status.
Right.
You don't have bread.
Right.
You didn't pay $5,000 for activists. You didn't pay.
Right. It's not really the culture either.
No.
That's the problem too. They try
Because
to make it the culture, and this is definitely opposite of the culture.
Because you gotta understand, anyone that's it's your liver, it turns into morphine again. So now you have morphine and codeine and hydrocodone.
Wow.
You don't think you're gonna be addicted?
Wow. And you mixing it with the
Alcohol.
alcohol, the
Now you're having
marijuana, the everything else.
all additive.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, depleted very fast, and you won't be able to stop.
So I mean,
You won't be able to stop.
That's crazy too, though.
Yeah, and people that are popping pills, that are on pills, they can't stop because they're scared of needles. Heroin's way cheaper than one Roxy 30 sold for $30 on the street, or one perk sold for 15. You can get a little square for $6. But
people
they never thought they're gonna be a junkie.
They don't
when
want
they're a junkie,
don't want the marks. They don't want to
but
look
they're
like
already a junkie. We don't
Yeah.
even say that word, but
Yeah.
they look at them and won't look down on them when you the same.
Yeah. You sell.
You
That's
can
the
be
drug dealers. Now they selling them the drugs.
You do the same. It's the same compound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heroin. Heroin's gonna break down to codeine and morphine. You're gonna the same active metabolites in that perk. Why can't you look in the mirror and say I have a problem? That's that person.
So the same dude selling the J's, the heroin, is the same dude. He just making his money back. He just breaking even, if that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a cold
it's the
word,
same
man.
game.
It's the
Heroin's an opioid. Heroin's not going to make money. We focused on punitive, jail time, fines.
Yeah.
When the solution is treatment centers. And we bought it. They got richer. More genocide.
Damn. Now that's something. Damn.
It's Sunday.
Now the whole pandemic now is just a money run. Now, a lot from the, like I said, the people who sell a mask all the way to the kids.
To the labs, to the testing.
Everything.
Gotta test you all the time. Test.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a big check every time.
Damn.
Even the diagnosis, when someone gets into a hospital and they get the diagnosis of COVID.
Yeah.
Look at the reimbursement. One person could be 20 grand.
Off a diet. They're saying you got it. Wow, that's crazy too. Because
so why are these hospitals filling up with COVID?
Yeah.
Bread, bro.
Yeah, it's a money run.
Bread.
Yes, that's
bread. We gotta understand capitalism is going to exist in every sector. You might be a good cook, but someone's going to say, hey, I want to make more money, so I might get some pork chops that been expired a week ago and hide it with some seasoning salt. It's capitalism, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we have to wake up, bro. Who really has your best interest but you?
True.
And the good doctor.
True, and a good doctor.
God, goons, and teeth.
That's right. That's right.
Other than that, man, they're trying to sell you something, and you have to realize, why am I the customer? Why am I a customer of this? Why am I this consumer? What did they do to make me a consumer?
Yeah.
Because I didn't come out like that. I didn't come out wanting that.
And that's what I would say, like, and what did we do before the big farms is out? Like, how did we survive all this stuff? Because it's always been a plague, it's always been disease, it's always been something that came up. Always gonna be a new disease.
Always.
How do we overcome that now? And people just forget about the roots and how we took care of ourselves, how we ate this, how grandma gave us this.
Remind
and we did cod oil every year. And
remind
fish oil.
Cod fish
oil. But you had to take it, and Granny made sure you do it. Like I say, when we lost that Big Mom, it was like, just pop this pill or just take this or whatever. It was like, every day, like before it was, like I said, they took care of it. Now it's just like, you take it to the doctor, they say, you got this, we gonna put you on this, we gonna put you on that. Nothing natural. You know what I'm saying?
Bread you up.
Go to Walgreens.
Bread you up. And then thinking that you and I are going to have the same reaction to a Percocet.
Yeah.
They don't know.
See, I ain't gonna lie.
They gonna think we get the same effect. How is that possible?
Yeah.
How is that possible? That's not even believable.
Yeah, and it's crazy too.
Yeah.
When they gave me some pills, some super painkillers, and they gave me like a little pack that came with it, just in case I OD.
Narcan.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I don't want nothing. Crazy. You got to give me. You got to give me a save your life kit, just in case emergencies. Break the glass kit. I'm good on that. So I just resorted to good marijuana and some Jameson, and everything was good. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was just like, this is crazy that they even give somebody this and give you this on the side. Like, yo, like, is there another way? Like, give me another option first before you say like this is the only option. And then it seemed like I know with like Michael Jackson and Prince, and like you say, like we didn't even know about the pill thing. I didn't know about it like that. I didn't know that they were like, on this pill to keep them up, and then they give them this pill to put them to sleep, and you know what I'm saying? They kept prescribing. Like we didn't know what was going on with that doctor case, but like you say, it's a cold game, man.
It's an unfortunate healthcare, like you said. Rest, sleep is so important.
Yeah.
And we're on these devices, swiping, not sleeping. Exercise, vitamin D.
And talk about the sun.
Vitamin D is how we create dopamine and serotonin. A lot of folks have heard of Zoloft. Zoloft is a drug that I prescribe to you, and within 6 months you start feeling dopamine and serotonin. Just sitting outside, immediate dopamine and serotonin. There's your mood stabilizer. Get your ass outside. Anti-inflammatory diets. You know, I don't practice what I preach on that, but there's certain diets that will make your pain, make your condition, because chill on that.
Man.
Chill on that. People forget prayer is medicine, bro. You know?
That's the meditation alone. Huh?
People forget meditation is medicine. Yoga is medicine. You don't got to be lifting, just stretching. Mindfulness, you know. Anything that can stop your body constantly being flooded with cortisol. Cortisol is a very negative hormone for stress.
Okay.
Whenever we're pain, and when did we feel cortisol? Go back to BC. Stress was what? When we went out to hunt.
Yeah.
We were about to get. We either gonna. How long was the stress? Just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
You back in the hut chilling.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? We're under 24/7 stress.
Yes.
That's why cancer's in your 20s and 30s and 40s. We're not designed.
So now it's like it's cool, but it's like you say.
But we're still not designed. What does PTSD cause?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the homelessness.
Yeah.
Look at the suicide rate because of PTSD.
Yeah.
Look,
deep.
It's deep, and it's not just veterans. You know.
No.
In Georgia, we have post-traumatic stress disorder is an applicable disease for cannabis here. There's a lot of states. Autism, another. Just hey, let me just do a questionnaire. There's anxiety, there's depression in some states. So not every condition involves a blood test or an MRI. You just need a doctor to understand you. PTSD, let me remind you listeners, it didn't have to happen to you. You just had to witness it. If you witnessed it,
right,
and if it affects behavior more than 3 months, by definition, you have post-traumatic stress. You know, if you live through a break-in or a friend get killed or if you've ever been arrested, which is very difficult to treat. And how many brothers and sisters are dealing with complex PTSD
with no help,
without the protection of that paperwork?
Yeah, right.
Because if you get that protection, that paperwork, you get extra time on your SATs. You get extra time. You can get disability. You get extra time on your ACT. You know, you get all the benefits of people that get this autism, ADHD diagnosis just to protect their kids.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's deep.
So it's definitely, we got to break the stigma of mental health. But cannabis is great for PTSD because parts of weed that down regulates thoughts. So that's why a lot of people use cannabis for PTSD, because thoughts, triggers create the nightmares, create all those problems. Just the thoughts of it, or the smell of it, or the noise. It don't have to be something they remember. It could be ketchup. Set them off. It could be a noise. It could be a smell. You know, it could be. Hey, you've ever been in a crash and burn and smelled burnt hair? Man, you'll never get that out your nose.
Man, yeah, you're right. You know, it's crazy because
you never get that smell or smell burnt flesh. You never get that out your nose.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's crazy because working in the shop, shout out to the sweaty, and like say that, you know, seeing people like say die and death and father got locked up and you seeing all this stuff and
it changes your brain.
So you never be the same. You know what I'm saying?
You'll
Anytime
never be the same.
You never be the same. And then you don't talk about it. That's another thing. Like as far as like, I think maybe black women might talk about it more, but black men really just gotta hold it in. You know what I'm saying?
So it's desensitized.
It's
normalized.
It's not
like,
masculine.
Well, somebody got shot, so what? It's just I see that every day.
You get shot at therapy, or to cry, to touch each other, to hug each other, and to grieve.
Where does that come from, though? Does that come from us, or does that come from outside? You think?
Us. That comes from I don't know.
Is it a macho thing?
I don't know who created
I need
ego.
help. Like, where does that come from? Our
ego.
Like, I need some help. I need to say what's going on with me. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I think because we don't have blacks don't have a lot of people champion us from a baby. You know, we weren't taught that in our culture. You know, You know, it's you know, a lot of people grow up. This is my house, or
Right.
you know,
Right.
or you know, this is for me, and
Right.
this is you know, we eat the takeout for us. Y'all get this, you
Yeah,
know?
like this.
So, or you know, you weren't champion for grades, so you have to develop this ego because no one developed your ego.
Right.
But your ego's full of shit. But you got to have something, so it could be drooly, it could be something that can make you feel good.
Yeah.
Because you're the saddest person in the room. No one built up your ego. How many brothers are the saddest person in the room, but no one ever gonna tell them.
Yeah.
No one, they'll never speak it.
Yeah.
But they have the most drip on. They got the most
Yeah.
chains on.
Yeah.
They got the most labels on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They feel like they not even being seen.
I was blessed to have a twin, right?
Yeah, shout out, bro. Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was twin B. You know, we both eat off the umbilical cord.
Okay.
So like in any multiple gestation or the
Yeah.
litter, the one that eats last is usually the smallest, right?
Right.
Or the run of the
Right.
litter.
Right.
So I was the run of the litter.
Okay.
So no, I couldn't beat them academically. I couldn't beat them up. I couldn't beat them in sports.
Damn.
So my ego was underdeveloped
Okay.
because my parents did the sin of slander. You know. So I dealt with issues with an
Okay.
underdeveloped
Okay.
ego. 'Cause
Okay.
they'd be like, "Hey, you got touchdowns," and I'm sitting right there.
Right.
So I wasn't championed,
Okay.
and I didn't learn to champion myself until recently. And we just tell the younger brothers, like, look, you know, might not have someone clapping for you, you know, but don't be blaming people. Don't be spending your whole adulthood mad at mom. Yeah, you can, through therapy, self-therapy, you can understand, hey, this is what happened. This is why I'm doing this, because my ego is underdeveloped, or it could be overdeveloped, which is a problem we see
Yes,
out
sir.
here.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But
Yep.
having a low ego, that means you sleep on yourself. That means
Yep.
you're never happy. You're always trying to prove something to people. And
Yep.
there's a lot of us, because we weren't champion, are dealing with that. And you can recover from that.
That
You can be
can.
straight.
You can bounce back.
Yeah, no, you're not.
You
It's not
prove.
a bounce back. You just know who you are.
Yeah.
And be like, cool, and accept it, because you're always gonna rob yourself of joy because you're still blaming people.
Yeah.
And
Spend a lot of time on that.
and playing victim,
Yeah.
you're never gonna
Tell 'em
live
that.
your life. And I lost a lot of years playing victim.
Yep.
But I'm living to the fullest now, bro.
Crazy. I've been saying the
Yeah.
same thing now,
Yeah.
man. Cause like, especially
Yeah.
now, there's been so much death going on. Like I lost my grandfather, then I lost my little brother. He lost his wife. My sister-in-law, like within like 2-3 weeks. So it just like life was hitting us all at one time. Like I had just moved back here and everything. So it was just like, boom. Like what you gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think about it. Like I'm still alive. I gotta live life to the fullest for those people who passed away. And you gotta know that life is short. And like you say, man, you can't be out here wasting time playing around, second guessing yourself. You feel like you gotta do something to do it. Like how you change your life around. You be that champion you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
got one life to live. So be
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Be that dude. Because God
Yeah.
don't. He didn't make you to be less than a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in his
We're all
eyes,
in his image.
yeah,
For sure.
he don't care if you score 4 touchdowns or 1.
Yeah.
He made you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I love you for that, and
Yeah.
I hope y'all get that. This objective world is gonna go away soon, and people are just gonna say, "Hey, man, you got a good soul or you don't."
Yeah.
You know, like SATs are finally gonna be going away,
Yeah.
and this system is gonna make someone feel better than the other person. Someone's gonna get an A, someone gets a B. That starts in the kindergarten, and that's how they set this whole. Because they brainwash you to make you feel like less than. And if you don't believe in
Playing
yourself,
victim. Like you say, make you play the victim.
how you gonna ever soar, bro?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So if you're one of those, man, stretch your wings, because you're gonna be in circles with a
Yep.
broken wing. You'll never take off.
Yep. That's
Well, they got a broken wing, you'll never take off.
Never
You're just
take
gonna do this.
Yep.
And you're gonna have some success, but it's always gonna fail.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you can fix your wings, take the fuck off.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And we got, this dope lines. We'll keep it hip hop. We got to keep it hip hop.
Yeah, keep it hip hop, bro.
What is your favorite?
People.
What is your favorite hip hop weed song?
favorite hip hop weed song?
Yes.
Oh man.
I definitely want to know that. What's that song?
I got a playlist I like when I like,
If you had to pick one song that if you got to roll up, you got that super good or whatever, and you just.
I like Blessed. I like Blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Who's that?
With Big Sean and
Yeah.
Way
Yes,
up, I feel blessed.
I feel you. That's a dope.
Oh,
yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
Roll Up to Blessed.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it talking about sleeping on yourself and you still here, man.
That's motivational music right there.
Yeah,
Man.
put that. If you're a smoker, put Blessed on your playlist.
That's definitely dope. So, like, what would you say, like, the people who, like, there's a lot of people out there got a misconception when it comes to the edibles. They say, well, I don't smoke weed, but I can eat the edibles and I'll be okay. And then they end up being, like, out of control, like,
Gotcha.
where they just dead, sleeping on the bathroom floor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just out of, like.
Lack of education.
Yeah.
Edibles is, you have to decarboxylate cannabis, so you have to bake it. So a lot of cannabis is consumed baked goods, brownies, cookies, flaming hot Cheetos,
Right,
whatever.
Yeah.
Golden grams. I'm a big fan of golden grams.
Damn.
So what happens? Drug you put in your body immediately starts breaking it down. So when you consume cannabis, that cannabis will be eliminated out of your body for most people. Now, with edible goods, you're doing something different because now the cannabis is going to hit your liver. Your liver is going to put, for my chemist and for my people that are going to have bud tender jobs, for people that are going to have caretaker jobs, you can have 20 patients. Pay attention, or if you're a patient, your liver is going to put a hydroxyl group. Just put hydroxyl, making it way more potent than inhaled cannabis, than Delta-9. So when you consume this cannabis 30, 45 minutes, they're going to do this word we call stacking. I don't feel it within 15 minutes.
Right.
And you're going to start eating more of that cookie.
Stacking.
And mind you, it's hard to dose out cannabis in baked goods. One bite might have 5 milligrams, the next bite might have 80 milligrams in you.
So
you dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So what happens when you eat this cannabis and now you got Delta-9 and now your Delta-9 hits your liver, now you have hydroxylated cannabis, you right? That's hydroxyl groups on there. Now it says when Delta-9 is hanging on just for 2 hours, it can hang on for 2 days.
Okay, got you. Damn.
You understand?
2 days.
Now you're understanding affinity.
Yeah.
Affinity with an A, and you're understanding concentrates. You're understanding chemistry. You're understanding pharmacokinetics. You're understanding pharmacodynamics.
Affinity with an A. What's that? What's the definition?
Stronger attraction. So instead of this, like smoking, we're doing this.
And it's stuck.
We're stuck.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel all the adverse events. You're gonna feel high for up to a day. You can feel. Some people can feel high for 2 days from an edible.
Damn.
And there's no reversing agent. The only reversing agents we have, he talked about 40 minutes ago, that was Narcan for opioids, and we have a drug called flumanazole for someone that took too many benzos. That kicks the drug off the receptor. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
When you took heroin overdose or opioid overdose, the Narcan I'm gonna hit you with Narcan, which is naloxone, right? EMS is going to hit you, or a button, the fire department.
Right.
And the Narcan is going to go into that receptor, the opioid receptor, and kick those drugs, kick the heroin off, and hang on.
Jesus.
And reverse that cardiac arrest, reverse that pulmonary arrest. So don't waste a lot of money, man. When you on that ride, you took an edible, you stuck for an hour, you stuck for a day or two. You lost a day. You lost 2 days. Ain't no hot water, ain't no pepper, ain't no lemon. No Red Bull, whatever.
No, basically enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy the ride if you can.
And then that's what happens. Legal as prohibition ends, what's happening? The poison control center calls are going up.
Okay.
Not that the weed is bad.
Right.
New users, and they're
Right,
stupid. They're
right.
like they're leaving the gummies out. Kids are
Yeah.
like, "What is this? This
Yeah,
looks like lifesavers."
Yeah.
They doing the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
Put your
Yeah.
edibles up. I don't want
Be
to. I
responsible.
don't want to represent you with defects. I've done that before. I've
Okay.
gotten the kid back as an expert witness. You know, returned him back from me because he had a card. Thank God.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, it's a situation when you gonna hook your kid up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you up now. You suffering?
Yeah.
This is helping shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah. Damn.
But some people might think you doing something bad and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, Dad, you can't ever see your son again."
That's how they do it. Yeah. Yeah.
But how many people are risking that because we don't have dispensaries? Everything.
How far away is that from like Georgia having it
End of the year.
that soon?
End of the year. No, not this year. Not in 2 weeks, but
Right.
let me remind y'all, we've been medicinal since 2015. Nathan Deal signed that bill. 2018, Governor Kemp signed a bill for cultivation in dispensaries.
Wow. Okay.
Earlier this year, people were awarded licenses. 2 large, 4 small.
Okay.
150,000 square feet were the large winners. 100,000 square. And y'all were all here, but you're not paying attention. They added to our compassion bill. Our bill was based off a young girl, Haley, that was having seizures. She was having 500 seizures. Wrote a legislator, and the legislator said, "Hey, man, let's try to get some of our great state of Georgia." In most states, all out of compassion. Even California, the first state in 1996, that was the answer to the AIDS epidemic, was cannabis.
Okay.
AIDS and cancer cause anorexia-related death.
Okay.
Very hard for loved ones to watch.
Yeah.
Someone died because of starvation,
Right.
anorexia.
Right. Not eating. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's hard.
someone starved to death,
hard.
especially when they don't feel like they starved.
Yeah.
So, out of compassion in '96, because of the end-of-life problems with AIDS, that's how we got that through there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not forget, man. This is an empathy thing, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Empathy.
Yeah.
So so earlier this year they let the winners have 5 dispensaries too.
Okay.
And y'all and Georgians didn't know. People ain't paying
Damn.
attention,
Especially the minorities.
especially the minorities.
Yeah.
And in Georgia's completely vertical too. One person, the winner has the extraction lab, has the lab, is the cultivator, gets the dispensaries, get their own secure.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're in the state right now. Presently, there's lawsuits. Obviously, this is $20-30 million people got into. You know, they're pissed.
God.
You know,
Yeah.
I think 60 companies applied.
Okay. Okay.
So there's like 40 plus people that have sued the state. That slowed the program because the legislators in the Georgia Access Medical Cannabis Committee, you guys can email them and touch them. Every state has their medical cannabis committee where you can email and touch them. They wanted us to have dispensaries open by December of this year.
Oh.
But because of the lawsuit, now people have to build. They've been awarded. They gotta wait. You can't build yet. You dig?
You gotta wait before
You got to build. You got to build the work. It's all indoor. So just building is not 7-8 months. 2
Right.
months is to grow the plant.
Right.
But they say yes, the winners. It's on. You'll see
Wow.
the media blitz here in Georgia. If you're in Georgia, if you're interested in this sector, cannabis usually pays 7 to 8% more. So if you're a real estate agent, in cannabis, you make more. If you're a chef, you make more in cannabis. The hour to be a bud tender, you make more. If you're a pharmacist, if you're a lawyer, you make more in the cannabis sector. Google cannabis jobs in Atlanta, and every day you're going to see, or they're hiring out of Atlanta since last year.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
They
ready.
already.
Oh yeah.
They go check in,
Yeah,
man.
no one's celebrities in this cannabis sector. We all want to see each other proceed. If you look like me, black or brown, we're less than 2 by February 2022. This pandemic accelerated. Cannabis is now an essential business. Don't pay attention to the federal law or say banking. It's an essential business. People are building left and right.
Right.
There's guys like me. You can always be an advocate. If you live in an area that has not decriminalized, talk to that. Talk to your local house and your senate. You can Google that. Google, put your zip code in and Google who your state rep is, and talk to them like, hey man, is this city gonna even host dispensaries? A lot of towns that could be potential jobs
Right.
for you.
Right.
You say, hey, are you even gonna host one?
That's
And if
good.
they do this,
You heard that?
and if you want a dispensary in your neighborhood because it's a place, try to find a place near a dispensary before the dispensary opens their doors.
Wow.
The home value next to a landmark. If you're used to hospitality, cannabis tourism is huge. Get a van, do cannabis tours. If you know how to fix houses up, do an Airbnb. Do it instead of bed and breakfast. You do a bud and breakfast. You can serve them hemp legally. They can sleep for them and charge them what they want.
Yeah, man, creating jobs.
Don't
man.
worry about growing the weed. The ancillary business, hydroponics, is huge, guys. Virginia, the state above us, they're in the states that are turning medical, you're allowed to have 6 plants at home. Lights, the hydration.
Yes, sir.
Own a hydroponics, have the physical equipment on. You just have a great website. People are gonna flood to you. You can be a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Bud tenders.
Yeah.
Any chemist degrees. It's the lane. Any lane you can think of.
It's
It's
money
not
in it.
flooded.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so you're not behind.
Right.
Stop saying I'm getting high. Don't call it weed. Call it cannabis. That might be. Understand the mnemonics. If you know how to pronounce cannabidiol, you work on the diction.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some speakers that can educate.
Together here, Doc.
Yeah. Whoever has some dope ass hemp hoodies, you're gonna win. It's
Yes.
breathable. Hemp is killing the industrial revolution. The hemp will replace concrete. Google
Damn it.
hempcrete.
Damn.
Stronger, less carbon footprint. The younger generations care about this carbon footprint in this ozone. So they're only gonna invest in, and a lot of them believe in it. So they're gonna protect anything that has
Yeah.
less carbon emissions
Yeah.
or less carbon
So
footprint.
hemp is back.
Hemp is all the way
That's
back.
crazy. I didn't know hemp was that powerful.
Yeah, hemp is in that BMW i3 you see. It's
Yeah.
in that dashboard.
Oh,
It's replacing fiberglass.
Damn.
So people state has a hemp cultivation bill. It's legal now.
Big business.
And it's way cheaper than cannabis cultivation and just as big. And hemp is, again, same thing as cannabis, but 0.3 THC, right? So the CBD beauty market, billions of dollars.
You know.
The drinks will be CBD in it. Billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
CBD for eugeninic. It's non-irritant. It's anti-inflammatory, antiviral. Every teenager's gonna be using it for acne. No more benzoyl peroxide, Oxy-10 looking crazy.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna be using that little hemp seed
Yeah.
oil, and it's gonna be safer than antibiotics that
Right.
I prescribe for kids with acne. There's tetracycline. There's even one, if you get pregnant, that kid's gonna be, you're gonna have birth defects.
Damn.
Don't get pregnant on this pill.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
All right, that's a lot of gems.
That's a yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so Doc, let them know how they can reach you.
RaseanHodge.md, RaseanHodg.md on Instagram. I have products,
There we go.
I put a lot of time in formulating, and I will be formulating cannabis products legally soon. I want to make it better. I love cannabis. I love to inhale. I know what I don't like about it, so I'm ready to formulate. And if you're understanding this conversation, and you also know the good and things you don't like about it, you're ready to formulate with me. That's how it's just in the infancy. You feel me? So I have products at holistichempgeorgia.com. That's holistic, HOLISTIC, hempga.com. I have a CBD morning formulation called Focus. I have one at nighttime called Unwind, self-preparatory. The terpenes for my nighttime obviously has a lot of linalool, myrcene. In the morning, it's great for focus. Anyone with autism, ADHD, or just want to be more alert, feel better, definitely take my products. I have some edibles. I got Delta 8. I also have CBD pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls. Now, okay.
Yeah.
So they can get to you like through your
Yeah,
Instagram and all that?
you can order it online. It's a CBD less than 0.3. Won't get you in trouble with a urine drug screen. I can ship it to you. You know, we ship to India. We ship to we ship to the UK. We got folks in Cali. We'll get it to you. And if this has sparked an interest in your health, wellness, or you might want a cannabis gig, you might want to say, hey, I want cannabis to pay my bills. Yeah. Sure, man, don't tape it and try to rewatch it. Google, get to work, man.
I heard that, man.
Get to work.
Yeah, I heard that,
there's plenty of room for everybody.
Man, look, I appreciate you, Doc, for coming out. Appreciate all these jewels he's dropping too. Make sure y'all write them down.
Free game,
record
for sure.
it. Look, Dope Lines Network on YouTube. You can check it out again. You can check out the replay. You can rewind it. Get to write down what you got to do. Google who you got to Google. But make sure y'all guys goon. You did. Follow Joe Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Joe Johnson on Facebook. And follow dopelinesapparel.com. We got the hottest gear out there too, man. You already see we got the shirts and hats.
I can't
we got
wait
bags.
To see what you're gonna do.
We got everything. We gonna dress Doc up.
I can't see what you're gonna do with the cannabis sector with Dope Lines, bro. I already know you buzzing.
I already know you just.
I already know you buzzing.
Oh my God! Oh my
if
God!
his wheels are turning, don't let him outwork you.
Yeah.
Because the cannabis industry is full of people that are putting the work in. Use social media.
Yes, sir.
You will get banned if you smoke. That shadow ban is real.
Yeah.
You don't want to tag hashtag cannabis.
Okay.
Your account's gonna go woo. Because
you're right.
And they can't monetize off of weed yet. So still push it out there. Let people know how to find you. Let people know that you're in the industry. But don't be discouraged.
Man, don't be discouraged, man. We after that. You know we at it. I'm at it. So let's get it together, y'all. Dope Lines, man. Thank y'all. Bless you.
Be easy. Smoke good.
Smoke good.
Yeah, that was fun, bro.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Thank you.
Hey, they're going to be asking for you back. I already know.